A word for the week from Mount Pleasant Baptist Church in Northampton. Good day, my name is Ruth Osbourne. The aim of sharing a word for the week is to encourage and to strengthen us in our faith in these uncertain days. Jesus went about teaching and preaching, and as the crowds followed him, he taught using parables. He used the everyday things that the crowd used in their daily work so that they can understand what he was teaching. The parable of the kingdom of God has a beginning that appears unpromising. The authorities had a vision that the Messiah's kingdom was that of a vast empire, powerful with an invincible army. The comparison of the parable of the mustard seed must have come as a shock to the audience. God's kingdom is like a mustard seed. Here is what Jesus says in Mark 4:30-34. What shall we say the kingdom of God is like? Or what parable shall we use to describe it? It is like a mustard seed, which is the smallest seed you plant in the ground. Yet when planted, it grows and becomes the largest of all garden plants, with such big branches that the birds of the air can perch in its shade. With many similar parables, Jesus spoke the word to them as much as they could understand. He did not say anything to them without using a parable, but when he was alone with his disciples, he explained everything. The kingdom of God would have small and inauspicious beginnings, but it will grow in inconceivable ways. Jesus teaches that the kingdom of God would rise from obscurity and insignificance to power and glory. The kingdom started growing with 12 disciples. Today, every follower of Jesus is part of the kingdom, and that includes you and me. The kingdom is all-inclusive, and the main point here is the contrast between the small beginning of the kingdom and the certainty of its great future. Acts 2, verse 41. On the day of Pentecost, when Peter addressed the crowd, 3,000 people were added to the kingdom. When you feel excluded from society or family because of your faith in Jesus Christ, remember that God continues to build a worldwide kingdom. The kingdom of God would be extraordinary in its influence. In other words, it has powerful benefits for us and the world. Jesus tells us that the kingdom of God is the work of grace, mercy, compassion, peace, and justice in the world. In this parable, Jesus teaches us that the kingdom of God is unstoppable. He commissions us to plant the seed of faith, which starts as small as a mustard seed. God will do the growing at his pace, in his time. Your faith, as small as a mustard seed, can join with the others to accomplish great things in a troubled world.